All right, guys, today we got a 2012 Audi A5 with a 2-liter in it. Client put on new coils, and ever since then, it won't start. Let's get into it. All right, so it looks like we got some parts and pieces over there on the passenger side. Let's get in here and take a look at what we got. Cowling, coils. So the backstory is the client put in new coils, new spark plugs, and then it was a crank no start. He put the original coils back in it, and it still is a no start. Let's take a look at these coils. I think that's Duralast.
Yes.
But all right, let's go ahead and see if we can't recreate the problem here. Let's get the force field out of it. All right, let's see. Ooh. Okay, well.
They might not be able to hear that. Do you want to
Yeah.
go out there and let me do it?
Sure. Let's listen to it. This thing had a little bit of a weird cadence. I don't know if you guys can hear that. Hopefully you can. Definitely had a little lope to it. Oh my gracious. And the plot thickens. What? All right, so somebody replaced that connector. That one's wire tied on. That one's busted. Very common for these to break. But, this isn't giving me a warm fuzzy, to be honest with you. May not have anything to do with it, but we're going to, okay. All right, let's go ahead. Let's not go down a rabbit hole just yet. Let's get it in the shop, and let's see what we're missing. Because like I say, when we're dealing with, said it a million times, we're dealing with a no start. What do we need to start? We need compression. Well, that sounds a little off on one at least. We need the spark, we need fuel, and we need everything to happen at the right time. We're missing something. Let's go ahead and get in the shop and figure out what that is. We've got Marley calling the client to see, was he trying to fix something when he put the spark plugs and coils in it, or was he just doing that for maintenance? So she's going to get a little backstory there just to be sure we're all on the same page. I do not know why this is off. No reason to have that off. So maybe there's more to it than we think, but let's do the basics. We're going to go ahead and get a coil. These things aren't even, basically these things are just broken to pieces right here. All right, let's just see if we have spark. I know we've got what sounds like lower compression on one cylinder. And normally, if I've got a misfire or something like that, I'm going straight to that. I'm going to do a relative compression test. But in this case, it's a no start. And it sounds like it's got enough to start up, and it could have maybe a washed out cylinder from fuel or something like that. So I'm not going to go down that path just yet.
We did pre-scan it, and there was no misfires on there.
You did pre-scan it?
They did, yeah. The pre-scan that we did,
Yeah.
when I checked it in, there was no misfires.
Okay. Were there any other codes?
Just, I believe it was just ABS stuff.
Okay. All right. Let's see if we've got spark. I'll take that. Okay. All right. So no spark. All right. You get the key still on? Is it off?
It's off.
Okay. Never know what's going to happen there. All right. So we have no spark.
Pretty sure it's off.
He says, I'm pretty sure it's off.
It's off.
Yeah, all I've ever been bitten. Oh. All right. Let's go ahead, and I want to see if we have power. 4 wires. I'm trying to remember.
I got more backstory right here.
Oh, what's the backstory?
Hey, Marley.
Hey, all right. So The reason why they replaced the reason why he did this spark plugs and coil packs was he bought this vehicle 2 weeks before he did this. And the cylinder 3 had a busted coil pack, so it was misfiring at higher speeds. So he said everything was like zip tied on there, and it's the one with the white wire spliced. So he went ahead and replaced them all, saw the spark plugs. He said the spark plugs were in really bad shape. So he went ahead and replaced them, and from there it wouldn't start.
Okay, thank you.
All right. Thanks,
You're
Molly.
welcome.
All right, bye.
All right, bye.
I'm just looking right now to see, we've got the order of the wiring here. I just wanted to be sure that, you know, maybe something wasn't crazy out of whack there with the coloring, maybe, you know, but it looks like, I mean, without looking up a wiring diagram, it looks like he's got things in a relatively reasonable spot there. So I'm thinking that we should have power, ground, and then we'll have control and maybe feedback. Let me, got all kind of wire ties in this thing. Let me get, let's just check powers to this coils first. Let's not go crazy on this stuff. I mean, do a quick down and dirty here. If I can get this connector off. Old Z over there having a ball with a. Oh, okay. Yeah. It's definitely going to have coil connectors, and they do make coil connectors. Go ahead and switch the key on, Sherwin. I'm not going to push it down in there. I just want to touch it. Yeah, I'm not seeing any power there. I mean, something's got to have power to it. All right, we're going to have to do a little research on where that gets power from. And then this could be something super simple. Maybe a fuse is popped or something. So let me find a wiring diagram. Coils are all fed by the same fuse. It is fuse 8. It's a 20 amp. Should be in this box here. We see they love wire ties on this car, so we're going to snip that one off. Get these other things out of here. Let's see what we're up against. Fuse 8, 20 amp. There's only one 20 amp fuse there. I would be totally guessing by testing it, but let's go ahead and do that, because if it's blown, then we're going to be in good shape. If it's not blown, then we'll do a little more research. Is the key on right now?
I think so, yeah.
Yep. Let me get my glasses on where I can see this thing. That looks like, that does not look like factory. Yeah, all that electrical tape does not look factory to me, but yeah, don't go down that rabbit hole. And this fuse is not gonna let me test it like that. There we go. There. And this might be just a easy diag here. Let's see. That fuse is blown. Oh yeah, pop big time. All right, let's go ahead and get a fuse for this thing. Where's my fuse? Got a mess up here.
Can you get that fuse, this thing on Amazon?
I think so, yeah.
I like this thing.
Yeah, it's very handy. $20 amp. Now the question is it going to pop right again? Or is it going to...
Maybe something when he was doing the connectors.
It could have been something when he was doing the connectors, yeah. Did I just put that back in the right spot or put it in the wrong spot? All right. Fuse is in. Power now. Power there. Power there. Let's check our... Let's leave that right there for now. Let's see if we got power over here. My bet would be yes. I need to get that little back probe. Yep. I'll almost bet you that this vehicle starts up now.
It's a good bet.
And then we gotta see if it's gonna have compression. I'm gonna need to get the thing on it because I guarantee it's got to have connectors on it too. These things are really in bad shape.
Yeah.
So, but we'll see. I mean, it's just cracking to pieces. That one's already done. It needs 4 connectors on it. Let me get the exhaust. Extractor is on. I don't want to run this for even a second without that on because it's going to have a lot of fuel, I'm sure, in this thing. Then we're going to get a lot of fumes in the building. Let's go ahead. Pretty simple. Got a little misfire. I wouldn't doubt that it has a misfire. Let it run for just a second. It's definitely running bad, for sure. Sitting there. Give it a second here to kind of get circulating and percolating on the oil. Oh yeah, definitely misfiring.
So we've got an underlying issue, but we've got it running again.
It's sitting there just kind of going. It's not like a dead. It's just sitting there going. It could very well be. I mean, those connectors are messed up. I mean, he put the original coils back in it. We could have a problem with the coils. We could have a problem with these coils. Maybe that's what popped the fuse. I'm kind of curious. I want to put this. This fell off the mirror when we closed the door, by the way. We'll have to figure that out. Just fell right off on the ground. Didn't break though, so. I'm almost wanting to put these in it. And let's see if it pops the fuse again. Or if it's possible that when he was wiring it, he had the key on. Let's see something. I got the key off right now. Let's check something here. I didn't run that wiring diagram all the way back to its source. So with the key off, yeah, we still have power here. All right, so that's a little weird. But with the key off, we still have power to the coils. It probably will time out, I would imagine, at some point. But it's possible that he had the wires off of here and was doing this, doing this wiring here, and he touched something and it popped that fuse. I mean, that's possible. Let's go ahead, because I got to know now. Let's put these coils in it. Let's be sure it's not something with those coils causing the issue. I'm just going to...
And then we need to figure out his original misfire, it sounds like.
If he wants us to do that, yeah. Look at this thing. The first thing we're going to do before we do chase down any kind of misfire is these things will have to get replaced. These connectors will have to get replaced. I can see that one is already, see how it's kind of pushed out just a little tiny bit compared to the ones next to it. And that's just crumbling in my hand. All right. And even this one honestly worries me because of I don't know what's under that tape. All right, well, because those are still held by that, let me go ahead. Let's go ahead and get that off of there. That's, oh my, yeah. That's in bad shape. I don't even almost want to put the other coils in here without
fixing that first.
Without fixing the connectors here.
Yeah.
Didn't sound. You should see the look he just gave me when my phone rang. All right. Let's call the client and let's see if we can't get. Do we have these connectors in stock? We usually do.
I think in St. Mary's maybe.
Okay. Let's see if we can't get connectors here. See if he wants us to do the wiring and get some connectors on it. Then if he does, we'll put the connectors on it. We'll put the 4 new coils in it, and we'll see what happens with the fuse. If it pops the fuse, then we know we got a defective coil. If it doesn't pop the fuse, then more than likely it was just while he was wiring that. So let's go ahead and call the client.
Might be able to, if you want to do the coil connectors and stuff, maybe we can convince him to send the Duralast back, get his money back, and put 4 good coils in there, because we're not putting Duralast in usually. I'll see what we can do with the conversation.
Well, I want to put those in it just because I just want to see if there's an issue with them.
Okay.
I think it would be good to know, are those popping the fuse? I don't think so. More than likely it was when he was doing the wire, and it was probably just, touch something. So
we can do the Duralast for experiment. I'm going to try to convince him to put something better in there.
Okay. So. Well, let's call him up. Let's see what he says. We got authorization. The client wants to go ahead and do the 4 coils and fix the connector. So we're going to replace the shells on these connectors, on these 3. This one, I'm going to redo this wiring on it. I'm going to pull these apart and take a look and see what's in here and probably redo that one. But we're going to do these shells first, and then I am going to put those Duralast coils in and see how they go, just because I'm curious. Let me get my glasses on. We're going to do this. Here. Look at that thing is literally just breaking to pieces as I'm trying to get the clip out of it. All right, so we're going to need to, actually, you know what? Got to take that retainer out first. Well, I don't think it's doing much of anything, to be honest with you. And this thing is just literally, this is what happens on these connectors, though. This is extremely common. Just the plastic, it just gets hot and just disintegrates. Normally you have to take this tool and put it in here to release it, but I don't even know that that's gonna, it's literally falling apart in my hands here. I almost just want to squish it and just break it up and might make it more difficult to actually pull it apart. There we go. All right, cool. All right, so now we gotta be sure we get it in there the right position, right there. Okay, there's one. I do them one at a time. I know there's going to be guys that are like, oh yeah, I do tons of them, and I just do them, take all 4 of them out, and that's perfectly fine too. These are pretty easy to get back in the right position. It's just habit for me. Just like back in the day when I used to do spark plug wires. I just did them one at a time. Just not going to make it easy with the plastic all the way it is. Well, let's see if I can't just do this without. Try to keep the majority of the plastic from going all over the place. Okay. All right. Okay. All right, has one. Let me get the clip back into place. When you're done, just slide that over. That's going to lock everything in, and it won't. There's some retaining pins on the side, and then there's that retainer. So those won't come out now. All right, one down. 3 to go. Another town, one more show.
So we'll do 2 more of them, and then
Yeah, we'll knock these 2 out, and then we'll come back and
show the fixing the.
See if I have to. We'll get the tape off of that. See what's under it. I went to undo these so that I could start the repair. I should have done it on camera. I just did the one, and we can clearly see that that's not how we do it. So you don't want to make repairs like that. We'll pull this one off and just see if it's the same way. I'm sure it is. Yeah. Yep. All right. So we're going to fix these for sure. We are going to get some heat shrink. I got everything kind of set up already here. I'm coming over here ready to go with it. Go ahead and get my little kit back together. Got my brand new Weller soldering gun here. I had a Snap-on one of these for years and years and years. Snap-on has changed their design. This is literally the same exact. Hang on, I'll show you. That's the one I had for, I can't tell you how long. And here's the Weller. So luckily I found it. It's exactly the same thing. I got a couple of new, my Snap-on guy had a couple of the newer style soldering ones, butane soldering guns that he gave me a good deal on because he was kind of stuck with them. But I'm going to use this one for now. I love this thing because it lets you get close in. I don't have to worry about cords and all that. One thing you got to be careful of is that guy right there is putting out some serious heat. So if you put that down and it's pointing the wrong direction, it will melt whatever you're close to. So be aware of that. All right. Keys off, everything's off. We're going to start this repair. And I'm sure you guys may have seen me do these more than once. Oh, let me get my, he got them twisted there good, that's for sure. I'm also going to get this weather pack off of it. He got that one in there. Well, it wasn't coming apart, but there we go. All right. Now I just want to see. Oh, there's another weather pack in there. Get rid of that. All right. And for those that are wondering what that was, that's already in this connector. There's a little weather pack sealed. You're not going to be able to see it, but it's up inside there. All right, I just want to kind of see the length of these things. They got to be a little longer just because of the, I'm going to be putting a piece of heat shrink on it. All right, let me go ahead and shorten this one up a little bit. First solder on that tip. Oh no, look what happened. Daggone it. Maybe I can get it over it. If not, I'm starting over. No. Oh, there we go. Can I do it? Nope. Wow, that's not so good. Man, it didn't even get that hot. Round 2. All right, let's see if we can't do it better this time. Kind of want that to be further back. All right, that was better the second time. Just had to burn my finger once, that's all. There we go. Now we're cooking with peanut oil. That was one. going to stick the Duralast coils in it. So we've got Bosch coils that we're putting in this, right? So these are the coils that end up in the vehicle. I'm just curious, really just for experimental purposes. I don't think that these are going to cause the issue. I think the problem was with when he was wiring it, but let's just be sure. I'm going to go ahead and, these are his original coils, I guess, which these don't look that old. Who knows? Goodness. All right, these coils are never going back in the car. Get rid of those. Let's go ahead. Put these on. I feel like, yeah, you know what? I'm not, really not feeling that. That's like super tight. All right, well, I said we were going to do it, so we're going to do it. I definitely wouldn't do this if I was just fixing the car. I wouldn't, because obviously we're just trying to get the car going, fixed, out the door. The client's going to be happy with the Bosch coils. But for educational purposes, we want to be sure that for some crazy reason, these aren't causing an issue. If they are, then you guys out there will know. And if they're not, then you'll know, okay, it wasn't that, it was the wiring, which is what I truly believe it was.
The reason we recommend the Bosch is just because we have had some problems with Duralast coils on Volkswagens before. That's why.
We've had problems with a lot of different brands, but
yeah,
the Bosch ones tend to be
consistent.
At least the coils so far.
Yeah.
Other stuff. All right, let's fire it up. Yep. So those coils are fine. We're going to go ahead and put the Bosches in there so we can stand behind them. So for all of you that are out there that are about to comment, why don't we just leave those in there? We are now guaranteeing this job, and we do a 5-year, 50,000-mile warranty on our work. So we're going to use the coils that we know are going to last and that we know we don't have issues with. So we're going to put the Bosch ones in there. We'll give these back to the client, and he'll either be able to have them for spares or, you know, whatever he wants to do with them. I don't know, but that'll be up to him. But we know now that these weren't the problem, and we can confidently tell him that these are not an issue.
Yeah, and we didn't force it on him that you have to do these right now. We just
absolutely not.
Told him what our recommendation would be.
Yep.
Based off of our experience.
Yep. All right, let's get these in there. Pre-dielectric greased up, ready to go.
I think we can wrap this up now, right? Pretty much.
Yeah, I've got to
verify that it's not misfiring anymore.
Yeah, let's do that real quick. We'll pop these in there. We'll verify it doesn't misfire. And I mean, the misfire was because of all that, all of the connectors being, you know, very, very, very common. Now, and I know we might get this comment too. There's other pieces missing off of this. If you guys can see that, for those of you that work on these cars a lot, there is an upper cover. You can see the bottom of the shell is here. There's an upper cover to this, right? So these would usually what happens is you pop all of these loose at the same time, take the screw out, and you lift this thing out of the way. But you can see the upper part of this is missing. It was missing when it came in, so there's. I didn't see it in the car. I
thought I saw it in the car.
Did you? I can look. I'll look a little closer. I didn't
I
look super close, but
saw it in there. Right.
You see it? That's it. You saw it. I didn't. All right. So this will go here. So what I will have to do then is get all this, which has got to get cleaned up anyway a little bit. Get that laying down. We'll get all this laid out correctly, and then we will get that back on.
Look at Zion.
What you doing with the Bosch box, man? You're like a.
He's got a little layer.
Whatever those little things, layer over there. You just got all your stuff around there. You don't even want to talk about it. Okay. Fair enough.
Brand new ignition coil box.
All right, so the problem with this thing is going to be, can I get it to clip on there?
With the aftermarket stuff?
Well, these wires are definitely going to make it a little difficult, but I don't even know that all the clips are even here, so I may end up having to take this loose, lifting it up, and maybe putting some tape around or something. But let's just go ahead and make sure it doesn't misfire. Make sure that it's running smooth now before we button everything back up. I've still got to put the cover back on the fuses, the cover back on the box.
Yeah.
So there's some more time left here, but for the purposes of the video, it's running perfect. So smooth as can be. I think that he was on the right track. Client was on the right track, right? He knew that those connectors were an issue. Not a bad idea to put the coils in there. He just kind of, execution was a little off.
It's a simple mistake.
It can happen to anybody. But and then unfortunately, when you're out and you're kind of on your own doing it yourself, we get a lot of comments like this. Okay, you're kind of doing something that you can do. I don't know what all there's wire ties everywhere on this thing. I've cut off. I can't tell you how many. But you can do some things you can do. You can do the coils. You can do spark plugs. Okay, great. But then we have an issue, and now there's no information. So we get a lot of comments on where do I get information from? Where do I find out where the fuse is and all that stuff? And we use all data. Like I said, we've got all the different subscriptions. So the only thing you could really do is maybe buy a one car. So I think I don't know, if they still do this or not, but I know they used to offer like one car subscriptions and that kind of stuff to all data and things. So you might check that out. I think AutoZone, has that. So check it out and see if they do. And that would be helpful for you to be able to, determine what fuse it is. Then you got to go in and find your wiring diagram and all that. But anyway, I think this client will be super happy. This thing is going to be good to go. Going to drive out smooth. And there it is. It turned into a simple fix, and we like that. So we appreciate you guys watching. You know what to do. Hit that subscribe button. Hit that bell notification. We're getting real close to 300,000. You guys are doing so fantastic. It's just going crazy. So we really do appreciate that. Hit that bell notification. I already said that. Hit the like, the thumbs up, and leave a comment down below and share this video. Holy moly, I'm all over the place. Appreciate you watching. We'll see you in the next one. Bonus footage. We took a bunch of wire ties off. Had to add 3 back in, though. This stuff was not wanting to stay. And this thing's fallen out 3 times. Might have to end up doing something with it, too. But we had to. Should stay. We had to put these wire ties on here because the clips weren't holding it. They're clipped into place. They just weren't holding it down. Probably those new wires are holding it off a little bit. But we got 3 new wire ties. Uh-oh, hang on. Uh-oh, look out. I've taken off a bunch of them, and I'm finding more. They're everywhere. There we go.
All right, now we're only 2 more now.
I think we've our removal to installation ratios.
We've won.
Is good. Oh, whoa, hang on.
Got another one?
Got another one.
What's that one holding?
None of these are holding anything. I don't know.
They're just decorations.
I don't know what they were there for.
All right, we're almost even. Can you find one more?
Look at how many I've gotten off of this thing so far. They're everywhere. Oh, goodness. All right. Now we're done.